How come you don't want
trucker hats, t-shirts, and sweatshirts? hillfoxclub.com. All of my content is sponsored by my patrons, so thank you to my patrons for supporting my content. If you want to be down with the crew, it's only $5, but if you want the vlogs too, that's 10. So hit me with the 10, come through, and be part of the family. What's up, y'all? My name is Jade Fox, and this is the Madeyoulooks channel. I am a consumer of trends. From the Explore page to your TikTok For You page, we've all seen the trends that a lot of our favorite fashion creators have been partaking in, showing off, and reviewing. And in this video, I want to show you only five, because once I learn a lesson, it only takes me 4 more times before I learn it. I want to show you 5 different trends that I bought into that I just regret. It did not give what it was supposed to have gave. Let's get into it. This one might ruffle some feathers, but I don't care. Birkenstocks. More specifically, this style of Birkenstock. Now, granted, the ones that I have are very cute because it's not a color that you see very often. Buying these shoes is what happens when you get all of your fashion inspo from Palm Pirates. Why did y'all really convince the girls that they were eating down in these shoes that look like Winnie Pooh's feet? I need you to be so serious right now. And once again, these have a little, razzle dazzle to them. So these ain't even the regular taupe, watered down coffee colored Birkenstocks. And this is the thing. When things trend, it makes you not use your critical thinking skills, because you start seeing outfits with these and you start thinking about fits that you've worn that would work with the trending item. And you're like, oh, actually, I can see this trend working in my wardrobe. I can see this trend working out for me. And you don't look at the fact that you just bought a shoe, a backless, boneless shoe that is the shape of like how kids draw feet. So from my own personal perspective, these shoes are very wide left to right in the toe. And this is something that I wasn't really thinking about. It's just very wide, and it kind of gives your foot, especially if you have a skinny or a narrow foot like I do. I also have little bony ankles, and this shoe needs a little fatty. Like, she needs a girthy foot in this, because this shoe looks awkward if you have just narrow or just skinny bony feet and ankles. You need something that's going to take up the space in the shoe to fill it out. Otherwise, it just looks weird. It looks, I don't know. And even the color could not save me. I tried to retire them and wear them as strictly like, let me go walk up the street and get a coffee. Let me, go to Target real quick and just have these by the door as my little run around shoes. But I can't even do that, because I can't have these shoes stay on my feet while I'm walking worth a damn. I don't know what it is. It's just like I need to constantly imagine that this is my toes. I have to constantly be doing this as I'm walking in order for the shoe to not come off of my foot. And so it's just not a comfortable shoe. And I like an ugly shoe. I like ugly clothes. I like ugly dogs. I can get with something that's kind of ugly, but I don't know. This next one, I feel like a lot of y'all are going to feel me on this. At least the sneakerheads are going to feel me on this one. The white and black Nike Dunks. The pandas, I believe, have a texture on them. So I'm going to loop them into this category of just Nike Dunk / Nike Dunk pandas. This shoe got real back to school very quickly. This option is really more of a story about circumstance and what happens when trends the life cycle is short. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with these shoes. I don't think they're comfortable, they're versatile, they're white and black. You can wear them with everything. It makes sense why they trended. Also, they weren't hard to get at all. So it makes sense why they were trending. However, I have less shit talking when it comes to this shoe. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that they got old very quickly, and I understand why I bought them. I don't have any complaints on the overall construction or the comfort or the design of the shoe. I think that it's just a Nike Dunk, and it just trended. And I don't think that there was anything similar to the Birkenstocks. I don't think there's anything special about the shoe that influenced its popularity. I just think that the shoe just had its time. She had her season and then now it's over. I would say that these items could also be seen in the same outfit, even though most of them are shoes. The beloved tote bag. Somehow capitalism has it so that we are buying at a top dollar, a premium price, free swag that you would get from any con, that you would get from any business conference, any event. This is what we're buying, guys. And I'm yelling at you, but I'm really yelling at me because, I mean, this was also free. I got this with a pair of glasses, so I didn't pay for this. But I definitely used to buy totes. And the thing about a tote is that it's not a serve ever. Ever. Like, it's not a serve ever. You know what a tote bag gives? Oh, I ran out of bread. Let me go buy some bread. Do you know what a tote bag gives? I'm late for class. Do you know what a tote bag gives? I went to that one bell pepper conference and I got that free tote bag in my car. Let me go use that while I run into Lowe's real quick and buy some screws and a lamp. Like this wouldn't even fit a lamp. The thing about tote bags is they are the most useless type of bag. First of all, it's flimsy. It's given toilet paper. Sometimes the armhole is just too small and so the shit just be right up under here like this. And you just be walking around like this. Or it's not sturdy enough to carry like real things in it. And once again, it's simply not a serve. If you want a tote like from Nappy Head Club, now this is a tote that I can get behind. It is a nice fabric. It's durable. It's sturdy. It holds my laptop with no problem. We have some security, some built-in security. So why would you spend money on this when you could spend money on this? Not this boneless, flimsy business. With this next trend, I don't regret buying into it, but I do regret the way that I bought into it. Let's talk about Telfar bags. I don't think that Telfar bags are out of style. However, I don't think that I need multiple Telfar bags. I think that with the phenomenon and the way that Telfar has been putting the bags out, how, you know, they're teasing this collab. Well, I know they're doing it, but like in the ether, you know, there's talk of a Telfar Beyonce or even like Telfar Ivy Park kind of like collab coming up. I just think that Telfar has done an amazing job of keeping their bags relevant. And I still believe that to this day. I just regret buying so many. Like, I think that one Telfar bag, maybe two max, is good. I don't think that anyone needs to buy every color that comes out. I have bought I sold one of you 1, 3, 4, 5. I have bought 5 Telfar bags in my lifetime. These two are the ones that I use the most. The black one gets more use than the green one. But I honestly feel like if I was going to work or if I had some type of office or something that I was going to often, then I'd probably wear them a little bit more. But I actually tend to wear this Nappy Head Club bag just because it's just, I don't know, I can throw it around a little bit more. I can just be a little less gentle with it. If I could have gone back in time, I would have only gotten the green one and not gotten the black one, or I would have just gotten the black one and no other bags at all. But I currently have a little yellow one and then I have the luggage size, like big brown one. I actually feel, as obnoxious as they were when they were coming out like every other week, I felt that the large ones, like the big ones, were always just like a little bit too much. But now that, you know, Telfar bags have been out, everyone has, you know, gotten one that has wanted one, and the novelty of them has like worn off a little bit. I'm actually finding that the larger ones, because they just have a more, I don't know, because they just look like luggage, which feels like a slight departure from the medium and the small ones, those feel more functional and therefore feel a little bit more timeless to me. I don't think they're timeless, but it feels more timeless to me. The small bags, usually if you have a tiny bag like that, you're using a tiny bag for a reason. You're not gonna just bring a tiny bag to work or a tiny bag. I mean, I don't know what you work. Maybe you work on the Vegas Strip and you gotta have, you ain't got no pockets. You know what I'm saying? So like, I get it. A part of me doesn't regret it because if I'm overspending or if I'm just spending when I shouldn't be, I always feel a little bit more okay with it if it's going to a Black owned brand. So it's like, I'm okay in that regard. But yeah, I just don't think that I needed to be as enveloped in the ecosystem as, or in the Telfar ecosystem as much as I was. The last trend is actually one that I'm like, nope. I was gonna say I'm half in, half out, but nope, I might be out even though I have one. Let me explain. Doc Marten Adrian's. Now, you guys know that I have a very long history with Doc Martens. We've been supporting each other. I love a good Doc Marten. I mean, behind me, you can see probably about 5 just in this little stack. There is something about this shoe that is simply put, slightly goofy. When you try to put a Doc Marten Adrian loafer within an outfit that is more on the classic or the dapper or the dressy side of things, because of the silhouette of the shoe, it's chunky. It's not trying to be a smart shoe. No, actually I do. I think it's trying to be a smart shoe. I just don't think it's doing it well. Doc Marten Adrians are just not a classic shoe. Do they have to be a classic shoe? Absolutely not. But one thing that's happening is that people, because it's got loafer in the title and because it is a popular loafer in general, I think that it can add that quality to your wardrobe. Not to mention it's affordable too. They just look goofy to me. I don't know, which is why when I worked with Doc Martens for Pride, I wanted these instead, because these look like they're not trying to take themselves seriously. These look like they're supposed to be these kind of gauche, like a gauche piece to like add to your outfit. Like, I enjoy that these are stepping further into the reasons why I don't love the regular plain black Adrians. Like, if we're going to be an oversized, chunky, clunky, kind of like novelty loafer, like, let's really lean in. Like, don't try to make it smart, or like, don't try to make it sleek, if that's not what it's giving. I think that there are pieces like Doc Marten Adrian's that try and blur that line between like casual and smart casual, or try to fit these spaces that are in between aesthetics to appeal to a lot of people, but also to give you a modern take on something like a classic loafer. And I just don't think it works sometimes. Like, I think that's really just what it is. Overall, I regret buying into the trend because it's not servicing my wardrobe the way that I thought it did. The originals, not these. Y'all, that is it for me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that my crack wasn't out or something. That'd be embarrassing. And do not forget, wear what you want, wear what you like, wear it out. See y'all soon.